Thank you very much for watching Miko channel. Today I am going to introduce Mr. Tono to let you know how to buy a property, especially for the first-time home buyer. This is going to be very informative video. Mr. Tono, thank you very much for coming.
Thank you very much for inviting me. Yes, so I am affiliated with Keller Williams Classic Properties, and I am the team leader of the Tower Group.
So let's get started. What do you have to do if you want to buy a house?
So the first thing I think is you have to define your targets, objectives, and priorities. Number 2, you have to hire a realtor. Number 3, you need to get pre-approved. Then search for the desired home based on what you have defined in number 1. Next, submit an offer, get in contract, then close. And then there are some other things that you have to do after closing.
So today we're going to be explaining through number 6 in contract, and then he will explain another session about what we can do after that. So let's get started then.
Yes, so it is very important to know why you are buying a property. What you like from the current situation, from where you live, from your neighborhood, from your friends. The second question you have to do is what you don't like from the current situation. And number 3 is what problems you face every single day. For example, maybe you have only 1 bathroom and you are a family of 4.
Or commute distance too.
Yes. What the new house will need to solve. What are the problems that you're facing that you don't want to have in the new house? That are the things that you have to have clear in your mind.
Some people like to work in a garage and they like to have your own garage. And some ladies like to have a yard and so that they can do gardening. So there are many needs, right? Depending on the people.
So the next thing you need to do is ask yourself again the following questions. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What is your must list? How many bedrooms you have? How many bathrooms you need? Do you need a basement or you don't need a basement? Do you need a yard? You don't need a yard. Do you need a parking space? Do you need a garage? How much is your total square feet?
Now you have more or less laid out what you want. What are the things that you have to think about?
Do you have any special activities that you want to do every single day or very frequently? This is something that you need to consider when you buy a house.
School district is very important, especially when you have little kids. When the traffic is really heavy in the morning or evening, you don't want to be fighting the traffic every day. That's going to consume a lot of your time. So you want to think about exactly which direction you want to be commuting and stuff like that. Now you're switching over the gear from must-have list to little wish list, right?
Yes, so once you have a clear image of what you want to buy and where you want to buy, now it's time to hire a realtor. For example, you can click online and say, find a realtor near me. Or you can go to sites like Zillow, Trulia, and others, and say, choose one house that you like, and you will see a list of realtors. But the best thing is to ask to a friend, to a colleague, to a family who have already used a realtor in the past. But not only just get a reference, I really recommend that you meet face-to-face with this person and then you have a conversation with him or her and they match to your expectations.
Okay.
The next thing you have to do is to get pre-approved. Once you get pre-approved, it will show you exactly how much you will be able to afford.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you said pre-qualified and pre-approved. What are the differences between those two?
Pre-qualified is a really simple document that any lender can show you, saying that you might be able to buy a house. Now, pre-approval,
They get into in-depth situation of your finance.
correct.
So you can clearly define how much you can afford.
Most of agents that are selling the houses will not accept offers without pre-approvals. If you just have a pre-qualification, you will be in a disadvantage in your offer.
I see. And can you go to any bank to get a pre-approval?
Any bank can give you a pre-approval, but again, trust to your realtor. He will be able to
Direct
guide you there.
Okay. And regarding getting approval, there are so many different kind of loans that you can get. So there are 4 loans listed up here. First one is conventional. That is for somebody who are pretty much well off. If you have a good credit score, you have a low debt percentage, then you might be able to get a conventional. Now you can start from 3% down payment is what I understand. And number 2, 3, 4, which is FHA, USDA, VA are backed up by government. VA is for veterans or some family of veterans. USDA is for area that are in a suburb, in the agricultural environment. And the most commonly FHA.
It's a government-backed loan coming from the Federal Housing Authority that supports people who has lower credit score or higher
Debt ratio.
Or very low income.
Okay, you're pre-approved. Next thing you have to do is to look for a house or
Yes.
property that you like.
Yes, so how to find a house is basically rely on a realtor's list. Your realtor will be able to provide you the most accurate, updated list of all houses available. Then also you can drive around, see for signs that are in the neighborhood that you are looking for, and you can give that information to a realtor. The next thing is maybe your neighbor knows something about that, your family knows something about, or your friend have heard about a possibility to have a house in the market. Lastly, well, you can see Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com, and there are many others that you can check. Next thing is that once you find the houses that you like it, talk to your realtor. He can schedule a showing for those houses. I really recommend you go see it. Don't rely only on the pictures that you see on the internet.
So pictures can be deceiving.
That's correct. Yeah.
So now it is a time to submit offer if you find the property that you love. And what do you do when it comes to this?
Yeah, just talk to your realtor and you can discuss with him or her the price, the offer conditions, and so on. Based on this, your realtor will be preparing all this contract, including all your criteria. Now, I want to say the house that you are putting an offer, once this is accepted, you have to consider that you cannot cancel it. It will be very difficult. That's why you have to be sure that this is the house that you want to buy.
Your offer is accepted, then you can start to be in a contract. Is that correct?
Yes, so once the seller accepts your offer, that means that you are in contract already and the whole exciting process will start.
Okay, that is it for today. And we will explain about once you're in a contract, what you have to do and stuff like that next time. So thank you very much, Mr. Tono.
Thank you very much.
Okay, that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe and push like button.